Picture this: a dusty village square in Burkina Faso, the sun shining hot, and a poor farmer named Tiemoko looking right at Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the brave president everyone in Africa talks about. Then, slap, Tiemoko's hand hits Traoré's cheek, loud like a drum. The crowd gasps, soldiers grab their guns, and everyone stops moving. Why would a simple villager dare to hit a big leader? What did Traoré do next that shocked the whole world? Stay with me, because this story, full of African folktale magic, will grab your heart and keep you hooked with surprises you'll never guess. We're in Kera, a small village in Burkina Faso's Muhan province, in July 2025. The sun is super hot, making the ground dry and dusty. Millet fields grow a little, but it's hard to get enough food. The river, which used to shine like stars, is now dirty from gold mines nearby. Kera's people are strong, with rough hands from hard work and big hearts even when they're hungry. They share food, laugh together, and tell stories under big baobab trees. Tiemoko, our hero, is 25, tall and thin, wearing old clothes full of holes. His hands are tough from working in the fields, but his eyes shine with a dream to make life better for his village. He lives in a small mud house with his mom, Adama, who makes baskets and sings old songs, and his little sister, Awa, who's 8, with a smile that's bright but a body so thin you can see her bones. Tiemoko's not just a farmer. He's a dreamer, raised on stories told by griots, village storytellers who sing about heroes and clever animals under the stars. His favorite story is about Anansi, the smart spider who tricked kings and won. Those stories gave Tiemoko a big idea. Even a poor guy can change things. But Kera's not a happy place. Dry weather kills crops, and big companies mine gold, making the village poorer. Their trucks dump bad stuff in the river, making fish die and kids sick. Tiemoko sees his neighbors lose their farms, watches Awa get weaker, and hears about bad leaders taking money while people go hungry. Every night, on a thin mat under a roof with holes, he dreams of a day when Kera's people can stand tall, with full bellies and a clean river. That dream's about to meet reality in a way that'll shock you. Keep reading, because this gets exciting. Let's talk about Tiemoko's life in Kera, a place where every day is a fight to keep going. The village wakes up early, when roosters crow and the sky turns orange. Women like Adama walk far to get water, carrying heavy buckets on their heads, chatting and laughing. Men go to the fields, carrying hoes, hoping for crops that might not grow. Kids like Awa play with sticks and rocks, making fun games, their laughs filling the dusty streets. The market is full of colors, bright scarves, piles of yams, and the smell of roasted peanuts. But there's never enough food for everyone. At night, the griot, old Baba, sits under the baobab tree, playing his kora and singing about Anansi fooling a lion or a brave boy beating a mean king. Tiemoko listens, his heart beating fast, dreaming he's that brave boy, standing up to big bosses. But the mining companies make life hard. Their machines dig up the land, and their waste dirties the river, making it bad for drinking or fishing. Tiemoko's neighbor, old Fatu, lost her farm to the mines last year, and now she begs in the market, her eyes sad. The village chief, Musa, gets rich from secret money, promising help that never comes. Tiemoko's mad, especially when he sees Awa skip meals so Adama can eat. He's heard Mouse's lies, seen the trucks drive by at night, and felt the hurt of empty promises. His dream is for Awa, for Fatu, for everyone in Kera to have a better life. Something big is growing in Tiemoko's heart, something brave and risky. Stick with me, because you won't believe what's next. Now, let's meet the man at the heart of this story, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the hero of Burkina Faso. At 37, he's one of the youngest presidents in the world, and he was born right here in Kera. As a kid, Traoré was quiet, always reading books about rocks and science. He loved Kera, playing in its fields, listening to Baba's stories by the fire. He joined the army, fought bad guys in the north, and saw how foreigners took Burkina Faso's gold, leaving villages like Kera poor. In 2022, he led a brave move to become president, promising to fix things. He pushed out foreign soldiers, built schools and health centers, and started a gold factory so Burkina Faso could keep its money. His speeches are loud and strong, talking about African pride and saying no to outsiders who take over. People call him a new Thomas Sankara, the hero killed in 1987 for his big dreams. In Kara, Traoré's face is on every poster, his name in every song. Young guys like Tiemoko cheer when he talks about taking back the land, but some don't trust him. Tiemoko likes Traoré's words, but sees no change in Kara. The river's still dirty, Awa's still hungry, and people say Traoré stops anyone who speaks against him. Tiemoko talks to his friend Samba, who says, "Big guys make big promises, but we're still eating dirt." Adama tells Tiemoko to stay safe, but Baba's stories about Anansi push him to do something brave. Is Traoré a real hero, or just another boss who forgot his home? That question's about to start something huge. It's a super hot morning in Kara when Traoré's big black cars drive in, kicking up dust like a storm. The village is full of excitement. Traoré's here to talk about a new water project to save their dry fields. Women wear their brightest scarves, kids wave little flags, and Baba plays his kora, ready to sing for Traoré. The square is crowded, the air hot and hopeful. Tiemoko stands at the back, his hoe on his shoulder, his heart heavy. He's heard promises before, roads, schools, jobs, but nothing changes. Awa's still skinny, Adama's hands hurt from work, and the river's still bad. Traoré steps onto a wooden stage, his green uniform neat, his voice loud. "My brothers and sisters," he says, "today we take back our land, our water, our future." The crowd cheers, but Tiemoko's angry. He thinks of Fatou begging, Samba's words, Awa's empty stomach. He remembers Baba's story of the hare who fooled a lion, and something breaks inside him. He pushes through the crowd, his heart beating like a drum, and climbs the stage. Everyone goes quiet. Traoré turns, his eyes sharp. Tiemoko doesn't think, doesn't wait. He just moves. He raises his hand, and slap, hits Traoré's cheek. The sound is like a loud crack. Soldiers move fast. The crowd gasps. But Tiemoko stands strong, looking right at Traoré. What happens next will blow your mind. Keep going, because this is where it gets wild. The crowd expects big trouble. Soldiers grabbing Tiemoko, maybe something worse. Mothers hold their kids tight. Men whisper prayers. But Traoré does something no one thought possible. He raises his hand, stopping his guards. He looks at Tiemoko, not mad, but curious, maybe even a little impressed. "Speak," Traoré says, his voice calm. Tiemoko's scared, but his words are clear. "You talk about freedom and pride, but what about us? Our river's dirty. Our kids are hungry. The mines take our land. You're our hero, but where's our hope?" The crowd is silent, amazed by his bravery. Tiemoko speaks for Fatou, for Awa, for every villager left behind. Traoré doesn't get mad. He steps closer, looking at Tiemoko's face, and says, "You're right. I've let you down. But today, I promise, as your brother, not just your president, Kara will rise, and you'll help me." The crowd cheers loud, tears falling, as Traoré shakes Tiemoko's hand, not as a boss, but as a friend. Tiemoko, the guy who slapped a president, becomes a hero, invited to Ouagadougou to join a group of young people making sure the government does what it says. But there's more to this story. Keep reading, because it gets even better. Tiemoko's life changes quick. He's in Ouagadougou, working with Traoré, meeting important people, speaking at big meetings. They bring clean water to Kara, digging wells that shine like the river used to. New schools pop up, with books and desks for kids like Awa, who wants to be a teacher someday. The mining companies are pushed out, their trucks gone, the river's starting to get clean. Tiemoko visits Kara a lot, seeing Adama smile as she makes baskets, watching Awa eat until her face is round. The fields turn green, millet growing tall under a happy sun. Tiemoko's slap wasn't just anger. It was a spark that started a big fire across Burkina Faso. Villages everywhere start speaking up, asking for clean water, schools, and fairness. Traoré, changed by Tiemoko's courage, listens more, works harder, and becomes a leader who lifts his people up. This story, like an African folktale, shows a poor guy can challenge a king. Tiemoko's slap woke a nation, proving one brave act can change everything. What will your brave act be? Share it below, and let's keep this story alive.